So I've had my germination chamber on since this morning. Now it's time to give it something to germinate. If you like this kind of content, that is watching somebody sow tiny, teeny, tiny little seeds in a very repetitive fashion, that's not all we do, but it's part of what we do, then like and subscribe. I feel like as time goes on, I'm getting less hinky about putting a dirty toothpick in my mouth. I have to admit, I find bachelor button seeds to be kind of adorable. I don't know if you can see these guys, but they have itty bitty little mohawks. Which, they're cute. Or I might just be cracking up from having stared at tiny little soil blocks for a prolonged period of time. If I end up planting any more bachelor buttons, it's going to be this choice mix that I got because I have so many seeds compared to my other ones. Because I have half an ounce of these guys, as opposed to like 100 of each of the other ones. Okay, I can't find my toothpick, so I'm gonna get a new one. I feel like I am allowed to do that occasionally. Plant. I have my calendula. I have 3 different varieties of calendula. Flashback mix, orange button, and orange flash. Flashback mix is probably my favorite of the ones I've purchased because it has just these really wonderful kind of pale bronzy tones as opposed to bright orange. Which is kind of a nice change. I'm planting a lot of calendula, probably because, well, I like it as a component in soap. The soap that I use currently has calendula in it, and I think that it's going to be a good part of my soap making enterprise, a rather strong part of my soap making enterprise. On the docket today is Rudbeckia, Scabiosas, or they're also called no, they're just called Scabiosa, pincushion flowers, snapdragons, which I love, status, or statis, I don't know. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Stock and some primed rosemary. It's another 360 different little plants. So I'm gonna get blocking and planting. Perfect. I feel like this is the world's most boring music festival because it's 3 days of seed starting. Okay, technically it's only 2 days of seed starting for the flower farm, but tomorrow, after I finish the rest of the production list today, I'm going to work on my cold weather crops that are going to go into my vegetable garden, because I have all this germination space that I'm not using, and if I have to keep the germination chamber on, why not put some broccoli in there too? Round 2 is completed. The whole production sheet is complete. It's time to feed the germination chamber. Literally, it is time to also feed the germination chamber Instapot, because you have to fill it up with water every day. Twice a day. My snapdragons really do look like brownies because I dusted them with a little bit of perlite to help with algae issues. And it looks like a powder sugar dusting. So I still have 3 complete trays that are empty, and then I have room for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other little styrofoam trays. So this thing holds a goodly amount of little styrofoam trays full of seed blocks, soil blocks. Top off R2. And then we're going to reprogram them for about 12 hours, so that I have time to complete all my chores before I have to come water him after the ducks. It never ceases to amaze me how quickly the temperature in the germination chamber drops when I open it to load up plants or fill it with water. I had it to 75 degrees. It dropped to 60, or just below 60. So it produces an impressive amount of heat. So that's what seed starting is going to look like going forward. My production list will vary. This is a particularly comprehensive one. I think I have almost every kind of cold hardy annual that I'm growing. Next 2 weeks from now, it's just stock. As we get closer to the last frost date, which is when my warm tinder annuals can go out, seed starting is really going to pick up. But for now, we're going to kind of relax and work on building this foundation. Thanks again for stopping by, like always, and stick around. Let's see how this garden grows. Hopefully really, really well. Hopefully this germination chamber will do the trick. We'll see. We'll know in about a week.